What's up, guys? Chris here, back again with another market video for you guys today. Today was Premier League Team of the Season. I want to talk to you guys about the market movements that we had seen. I also want to show you guys a lot of investment opportunities, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy that. I'm also going to be talking about the weekend league sell-off and kind of what to expect, because I do think there's going to be a good sell-off this weekend, and we'll talk about the reasons why for that. Before we get into the video, if you guys can just drop a like on it and subscribe if you're new around here, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So, Premier League Tots, first thing you want to talk about today is the lightning rounds and pack supply these cards got. Now, some of the most hyped up ones we saw was Ruben Diaz. He flew, man. This guy was like 360, 370. He went all the way to like 460. He went back to 420. Now he's back at 490. Fofana was like 270. He went to like 339 not too long ago. You had this KDB at like 1.50 mil. This Bruno was in like 2.3. This Rashford, by the way, was like 2.5 to 2.7. He actually got a price range update all the way to 4 million, and then he kind of came crashing down to 3 mil. He's now back up to 3.4. These cards, you should expect them to kind of inch up a little bit as you're waking up today, as you're watching my video, because people will want to use these cards in weekend league. The demand is going to be there for them, and the pack supply is just not going to be there until 6 p.m. when they run lightning rounds. Now, something we've kind of talked to you guys about forever now is Saturday mornings, and going into 6 p.m. content, people like to panic sell cards. So I think the hour before content today, if you guys want to get involved with some of these risky flips, take a look at some of these high tier cards. Anything that's like over 1 million coins, these cards are not going to get supplied like your Luke Shaws, like your Edersons, right? They're not going to have the same pack weight as the cards that are over 1 million. So what people like to do on Saturdays is kind of like what they do with rewards, where people sell off before rewards because they intend to buy them back up. And that's what these guys are going to do on Saturdays. So I think if you do see that sell off, I think if you really want to make a ballsy flip on Saturday, you guys can definitely do that, because I think, you know, we saw it last week with the community Tots cards. We've seen it a lot with other promos, right? Just something to look out for, I think, today on the Saturday. Now, I want to show you guys, and we're going to talk more throughout the week of when to buy these cards, but we're going to talk right now about things you guys can put your coins into, because I think you guys will really enjoy this. I'm going to be showing you guys 83s, other type of cards. You guys are going to love it. So let's talk about the market index really quickly here. Icons are up, right? Moments cards are up a lot. Prime cards are up a lot. Base and middles that are out of packs, all up in price. We had a really nice market injection today, and that is what you want to see on a Friday night market. Now, again, I always tell people about, if there is a big buyback on Fridays, you will see a higher sell-off. And the sell-off is really down to a few factors. Now, we're going to have an icon SBC that we can go and craft. We also are going to have upgrade packs, and that is the biggest thing as to why these cards drop a lot. Now, let me show you guys Felipe Anderson here. Remember Felipe Anderson, how he went from like 730k here all the way to 890. He flew up, and we're going to talk about a card that did something similar to that today that I called. I wanted you guys to kind of look at that card. He goes all the way down to 787. He dropped like 100,000 coins from his peak on Friday night. And the reason why was because people sell teams and they sell cards off to go and fund upgrade packs. And that's, I think, what you're going to see again this year. Now, don't get me wrong. The Premier League team this season is not as good as we thought it would be. But I still think so many people, including myself, by the way, I'm going to spend like probably 5.5 million on upgrades. Whatever they decide to give us, whether it's player picks, you know, league upgrades, the 82 times 5, whatever they did last year, you know, I don't mind that. I'm going to grind as many upgrades as I can, because I've always told people this is the time of the year where you should not care about your coin total. You should just full send it, right? If you want to do Prem, you do Prem. If you don't want to do Prem, then wait for another league. But this is the time of the year where you need to spend your coins, because we don't have that much longer in the game cycle after this. So, you know, this team obviously is going to get supplied a bit more as we go along over the next 45 days. But just expect a decent sell-off, in my opinion. And that's why a lot of people have been asking me is, when do I buy, you know, certain players? I'm saying wait till the weekend league sell-off, right? People are asking me, when do I buy Mbappe? When do I buy Ronaldo? When do I buy Neymar? Reece James, right? All of these cards that are kind of high right now. Rashford in form, right? you're going to see those cards probably dropping a bit as they had a nice rise today on the market. So just kind of expect that, in my opinion. Now let's talk about investments, right? You guys I know wanted to see that. So the first thing I want to look at is 83 market. Now the 83s in the last 2 weeks have gone to 3.5K, 5K, and 2.2K. So at the very minimum, if you're looking at the bare minimum requirements that are needed for cards like this, they double in price. So if you're buying 83s, man, you guys can buy this at 1K and under. It's an absolute no risk investment. Now there's other cards as well, like Acuna here, right, who got supplied a lot today, and I had success with him last week where he kind of went down to 2K. He rebounds really quickly to 2.5. If you find this at like 1,500 coins, man, that's another really solid investment from me. Look at like your Saboteur, right? Cards that get good links as well and are needed in SBC solutions. This Saboteur card was 1,800 coins. Going in, it's like 6 p.m. today. He was like 2.7, right? You guys want to be looking at that. If you want to look at some other like really meta ones in terms of cards that kind of rise up with SBCs, don't look no further than this Jordan Moreno card. I bought a lot of him last Friday at like 3.7. He went all the way to 6.2 on like Thursday, or not Thursday, I think it was on Wednesday. He went to 6.2, and I took a nice little 2.2K profit on every card there. So just keep your eye on 83s. I think they're going to be really good investments. EA is going to release SBCs over the next week or two. That's going to require them. And the supply after Friday is really not going to be there. A lot of people are going to be focusing their attention on upgrade packs, and you're not going to see as many packs being ripped open from the store. So I think that the fodder is going to start to rise as people know SBCs are coming out, and they're just too low right now. So this is the time you guys need to get involved with fodder, in my opinion. Right now is the time when you are watching this video. So if you want to just go unassigned, you could, but I wouldn't recommend it just because you want to probably do upgrades, and that will obviously affect your ability to do upgrades depending on when these cards obviously rise in price. Now, let's talk about 84s. I mean, 84s are 3.5K. Let's take a look at this. They have not been at these prices in like months, dude. All right, the last time this card was 3.5K was like right here, November 18th. That is the last time this card has been around like 3.5 to 4K. That is insane to me. If you want to, you guys can do a club stock on the high rated stuff, right? 85s were like 7.5K today. That's really low. Guys like Godin, for example, who's a center back that gets really good links, you know, club stock these, I think. I don't think they're going to go lower than this, especially over this week. The amount of pack supply we got today through the safe packs, plus the lightning rounds, these cards should be fine to buy, in my opinion. Team of the weeks are dumb cheap, okay? And these cards 100% are going to be needed again. Now, Oscar was just 13.5K. He is now rebounded back to 16.7. It seems like a few people have started to figure out that these cards are too cheap, because I've seen that Sandra's up a little bit as well. Klaasen's up a little bit. If you could find these 84s at 11K, go buy it. DePaul, 19, go buy it. Dubravka, 19, go buy it. Oscar, like 14, go buy it, right? Marisa, 11.5. These are the type of things that you guys should be looking out for, and cards that, you know, if you club stock them, they're going to rise in price at some point. So please take my advice on it. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to fodder. I think we've made a good amount of coins recently on fodder. So I think just be patient with it and club stock, and you should be able to make coins on it. Another thing I want to talk about, there's two different type of cards I always like to talk to you guys about, which is your golds commons. Now these cards are back down, like I said last night, back down to 400 coins. If you guys want to club stock these cards, they should go back up in price as they have been in the past when there was player picks out. Now, there is something where there was an 80 plus Premier League player pick. I don't know if they're going to require non-rares for that, but I think it's safe that you buy these at 350 to 400 and you buy the Premier League rares. Now, you could buy all rares if you want to, because with Premier League, these cards are going to rise regardless, whether it's Premier League rares, whether it's Ligue 1 rares, all of the type of rares will rise. If EA's requirements are just 11 rare players, everyone's going to rise to like 1.4, 1.5K. And I think it's a really solid investment. Every rare right now is pretty much down due to the pack supply. And yeah, this is some really good stuff you guys can invest in my opinion. I say the Prem stuff just because that's the market that I think people will focus on out of the weekend league. Going into obviously this week where we're going to have upgrade packs most likely. I don't know if we're going to be getting 25k league upgrades, but we could get player picks again. So we'll see what they decide to do, but those cards should be used at some point. I just kind of want to show you guys something. I was looking on the market today, and we made a good amount of coins, by the way. We sold Rashford a little too early. We tried him out. We bought him at 3 mil. Made about 8k profit on him. I got this at 230. I got these two at like 142. So I did a little bit of trading on this account. I bought a Rio. He didn't really go up as much as I thought he would. That was probably down to the Fofana, the Diaz, who are just really cheap. And I think that kind of affected his price a little bit. But we managed to get this Garrincha card at 3.2 million. Now, let me show you guys Garrincha's graph. This card is ridiculous. Like, I'm going to make like 400 plus K on this card. This is my listing, by the way, I think right here at 3697. But if you look at where he's been selling, 3682, 3697, 378, and this was obviously earlier yesterday. He doesn't get a lot of sales, but he did get a sale at 385 just before. So I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't put the card up a little earlier because I could have gotten the sell like 375. But I think right now mine might be the cheapest on the market. And I also looked, somebody undercut mine at 3.5 and he got bought like within 5 minutes. And there's a 3.4 on bid as well on this card that is going for 3.7. So this is like a really insane flip that I got. Probably the first big moment flip I've had. I haven't really done a lot of big tier trading like this, but I saw the price and I was like, wait a second, that's a little low for a moment's Garrincha. It was funny because me and my friend were talking about maybe buying that card for a team this weekend, which if you guys want to see the team, this is the team that we're looking to build, or we have built for this weekend. Gonna try to hit a 27 plus win weekend. We got a pretty good deal on Ronaldo as well. All the team of the year cards went up today. I think Bruno, we got a great price, 6.5 there for Ronaldo. He's like 7 mil. And we also got Bruno at like 2.4 on Thursday night when he came back down after he got that initial panic buy. He went down and I snagged one at 2.4. Could have got it at 2.38. But because of Bruno's team of the season being 2.6, this card has to be above that price. And this card is right now at 2.75. So a decent week so far for me. We did get a good amount of pack pulls on the main account. We'll show that in tomorrow's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching today. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys in a video soon. Peace out.